Small business loan. You could win up to $2,500 cash back when you take a loan of $8,000 or more. Quick application process. Special rate for women entrepreneurs. Flexible term payments for secured and unsecured loans, plus business support to help your business grow. Visit us in-store or online at www.readyfinancecaribbean.com. Courts Ready Cash Small Business Loans. Every day, we help businesses succeed. Special conditions apply.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene. Following protests by fish vendors against the raised prices of services and goods provided at the fish market in Kingston, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves is asking for reasonableness. The Prime Minister, during a press conference held on Tuesday, noted that the fish market had been operating at a loss, losing $300,000 at the end of last year. We hear more from the Prime Minister.
We know that there has been an increase recently in certain services and goods provided by the fish market. First of all, the fish market loses money every single month. The dance can't pay for the light. Up to last year, the end of last year, the fish market lost $300,000. The audited accounts show it. At least the draft audited accounts. Nearly $30,000, in fact, a month, $25,000-$30,000. There has not been an increase for goods and services there. Certainly for over 10 years, might be 15, that have been advised.
While listing the price increases that had been implemented, Prime Minister Gonsalves noted that rising electricity costs as one of the main reasons for the increase, stating that despite the increase, the market will still be losing over $200,000.
The electricity cost has gone up. That's the principal reason. I asked on an annual basis what this would bring in. They said on an annual basis about $75,000. So it's still losing, even when you put up these, over $200,000 based on last year's figures.
That was the Prime Minister, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. The Prime Minister, during his presentation, expressed that the information on the price increases should have been properly provided by the staff of the fish market to the vendors. The Ministry of Tourism, Civil Aviation, Sustainable Development and Culture and the Carnival Development Corporation hosted a press conference on Tuesday, October 4th, to announce activities to celebrate this country's 43rd anniversary of independence. The activities will be held under the theme, Our Resilience, Our Fortitude, Our People. Activities to celebrate this year's independence celebration include a creative arts festival hosted by the Department of Culture and the Embassy of the Republic on Taiwan, dubbed Spotlight Taiwan Haruna Formosa Creative Arts Festival. The National Dance Festival finale will also feature as part of the independence activities and will be held on October 8th at the Russell's Auditorium. Other activities to be held during the month of October include the Independence Church service to be held on Sunday, October 23rd at the St. George's Cathedral in Kingston at 4 p.m. The Lions Club South National Secondary School Public Competition. 17 secondary schools will participate in the preliminary phase. The competition began yesterday, October 4th. The schools will be divided into 4 zones. Other events to be held in October include the Queen of Calypso competition scheduled for October 15th, and the Junior Pan Showcase and Fun Day will be held on October 23rd at the E.T. Joshua Tarmac. The Miss SVG 2022 pageant will be hosted on October 29th, beginning at 8 p.m. at the Annisville Playing Field, and the Soca Chronicles, a tribute to Raga Soca, will be held on October 30th at the Annisville Playing Field. The annual Mudongo Festival returns this year and will be held on Independence Day, October 27th, 2022. Invest SVG will host their Everything Vinci Expo from October 24th to October 28th. Over the past few weeks, the Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment has recorded an increase in the number of gastroenteritis cases. Acute gastroenteritis is an inflammation of the stomach and the intestines and may be caused by viruses, bacteria, parasites, among others. Gastroenteritis is spread by direct contact with an infected person, by consuming contaminated food, or water by touching contaminated surfaces, then putting your unwashed hands in your mouth. According to a release from the Ministry of Health, symptoms of gastroenteritis include vomiting, which may or may not be accompanied by diarrhea, stomach pain, and fever. In most cases, gastroenteritis is a self limiting illness. However, children and the elderly are most susceptible to complications such as dehydration and should therefore be monitored closely. Signs of dehydration include decreased urination, dry mouth, crying with few or no tears, or feeling drowsy or sleepy. The Health Ministry is asking persons to prevent the spread of gastroenteritis by practicing good hand hygiene, washing fruits and vegetables before eating, avoid the sharing of dining utensils, sanitization of surfaces, and isolating until all symptoms have passed. Persons are asked to please seek medical attention at their nearest health centers if their condition does not improve or if there are signs of dehydration. Still on the local scene, the preliminaries for the Flow Lions Club South Public Speaking Secondary Schools competition kicked off yesterday, Tuesday, October 4th at French's House. On Tuesday, students from the Zone 1 schools, St. Vincent Girls High School, Bishop's College, St. Joseph's Convent Kingstown, Dr. J.P. Eustace Memorial Secondary, St. Clair Deacon Secondary, and the Union Island Secondary School debated the topic, "The time to accelerate the use of renewable energy sources is expiring. Yet as a people, we are non-responsive." Today, Wednesday, October 5th, students in Zone 2 will debate the topic, "The independent role of civil society is fundamental to any functioning democracy. It is alarming the extent to which civil society institutions are dwindling in the region." The preliminaries resume today at 1 p.m. and will be broadcast on various platforms, including here on WEFM. On to news in the region. Japan and Antigua and Barbuda established diplomatic relations on October 4th, 1982, 40 years ago. In recognition of this milestone, Mr. Akimoto Masatoshi, Parliamentary Vice Minister for Foreign Affairs of Japan, visited Antigua and Barbuda and met with Antigua's Prime Minister Gaston Brown and Everly Paul Chet Green, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Trade of Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua's Prime Minister and Vice Minister Akimoto and Minister Green welcomed the significant milestone of the 40th anniversary of diplomatic ties between Antigua and Barbuda and Japan. Akimoto also expressed his gratitude to Antigua and Barbuda for hosting the Eastern Caribbean Ministerial Meeting on Fisheries and Sustainable Use of Living Marine Resources, which demonstrated the close and cooperative relations between the two countries over 4 decades. The Republic of China is still very committed to working with the government of Barbados on redeveloping the national stadium. This was emphasized during a meeting at Ilara Court last Wednesday, where Barbados' Prime Minister Mia Amor Motley, along with officials from the National Sports Council and other government entities, discussed ways to deliver the project in the shortest time frame with Chinese Ambassador Yan Shusheng and his delegation. Barbadian Prime Minister Motley, stressing the need for a stadium by the next track season and before the 2024 Olympics in Paris, highlighted the country's recent success on the world athletic stage. She proposed that the construction be carried out in phases and suggested that in Phase 1, the athletics track, football field, and 3 stands should be completed by January 2024, with the remaining work on the other stands in Phase 2 to be completed between April 2024 and January 2025. On the international scene, South Korea's military has apologized after a failed missile launch during a joint drill with the United States sparked alarm among residents in the coastal city of Gangneung. They reported hearing an explosion and seeing a fire overnight, but the military, which has said there were no casualties, did not acknowledge the incident until 7 hours later. The launch was in response to North Korea firing a missile over Japan early on Tuesday. This is the first time Pyongyang has flown a missile over Japan since 2017, and it prompted a show of force from the US, Japan, and South Korea, which conducted military drills. Seoul and Washington also fired a volley of missiles into the East Sea as also known as the Sea of Japan, between the Korean Peninsula and Japan. And finally, in sports, former Chelsea striker Oliver Giroud has told his AC Milan teammates how proud he is to return to Stamford Bridge with the Italian team. Giroud, 36, helped Milan on Serie A last season, and they take on the Blues in the Champions League today. Midfielder N'Golo Kante is back in training after a hamstring injury, but is not expected to start the game. Goalkeeper Edouard Mendy is also pushing to begin the Group E match after recovering from a knee injury. Italy midfielder Jorginho and Germany forward Kai Havertz have trained despite picking up knocks during the 2-1 win over Crystal Palace at the weekend. Milan are atop of the group with 4 points from 2 games, while Chelsea, who lost to Dinamo Zagreb 1-0, and then sacked manager Thomas Tuchel the following day, are bottom with 1 point. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
101 reasons to shop Quartz now. Enjoy hot deals and free gifts with the purchase of furniture, appliances, electronics, and more. Save $1,400 on a Sony 55-inch 4K Google Smart TV. Get a free 3-piece coffee table set with the purchase of select lounge sets and get up to 50% off on accessories and homeware. Purchase any Ashley furniture and enjoy 25% off. Need more reasons to shop? No cash? No problem. Shop today and pay nothing for 90 days with Quartz Ready Finance. Shop in-store or online at shopquartz.com. Conditions apply. Quartz, bringing value home.